All right, everyone, welcome to the Crawford Family Doghouse. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and pass it along. It's for a really good cause. And don't forget to spay and neuter. It's more important than we think. Well, I've been busy doing a few things the last couple days, trying to get things together and trying to hold people accountable for the things that go on out here about the animal abandonment and stuff like that. So I've invested into some trail cameras, and I'm starting to set those up in our spots where we know that they're dumping these babies at. So, and I've been working on that. And what else? And Justice for Charlie over there. I'm still trying to get some things together on that. I got to call the animal shelter tomorrow and talk with them and see how they're coming along on their part of it. And I got to get a hold of a couple places and see if I can't get some actual video with timestamps, kind of showing how long Charlie had been out where he was. And the whole story behind Charlie, the chocolate lab there, is that when we found Charlie, the collar he was wearing was not the original owner. They were just somebody that had picked him up from another little local dumping spot that we've got here. And he had actually escaped from their yard with that training collar on. So, and they wanted their collar back. They were trying to rehome Charlie as it was anyway. So we told him that he's fine where he's at. He's in a good home, and we gave him back their collar. And like I say, I've been doing some digging on this. And knowing that he was fixed is what really set a lot of things off with me, because I know when a dog is fixed, meaning he did come from a shelter, and they're usually chipped too as well, and he was. And like I say, we've been doing some digging on it, and we've come up with a few things. So like I say, Justice for Charlie, I'm still I'm in the works for that. So when I get all that stuff squared away, I'm going to be making the video on Charlie, and hopefully we hold these people accountable for this. And like I say, I've been doing the camera bit. I've been investing in some of those trail cameras. I've got a few of them, and I've already got some set up. So we're kind of watching the areas and just waiting, man, wait for somebody to slip up. Because like I say, not only in rescuing is it very important to us, but what's even more important is holding these people accountable that are dumping these babies off the way they are. And that's really what I aim to do, is hold these people accountable. And yeah, and try to, I know the laws here aren't very strict on this stuff, so I'm not sure how far we could actually go with it. But I'm thinking if we really start catching these people and hold them accountable, maybe they'll think twice before what they do. And another thing is too, I reached out to our county supervisor here in our county, and he tried to tell me at first, he just told me he didn't see how people dumping dogs in the county is a county problem, which really blew my mind, because I believe it is a county problem, because I'm part of this county and it's a problem to me. So which means it's a county problem. But telling him that was nothing for him to blow it off. But I told him, I was like, we are in the mix of, we've got our Facebook page going with a petition with over 2,000 signatures. I was like, we got our YouTube channel that we started. I told him we're 140 people strong in that. And I said, sooner or later, we're going to get big enough and somebody's going to hear us and they're going to have to do something. And I told him, with or without you, or even our county at that matter, we are going to make a difference here, because we are tired of seeing this, and we want to make a difference. And I told him that too. I was like, we are tired of seeing it, and with or without this county, we are going to make the difference. And, that kind of changed his tone a little bit. He looked at that a little bit different once I started mentioning all that stuff, because I don't believe anybody wants to be shamed on social media. That's a bad deal when people get shamed on social media. So, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, eventually somebody's going to hear our voice and they're going to want to step up and help us, or, what I'm saying, and really help us with our problem that we have out here, because there's no shortage of it. And And that's our goal, man. That's what is really what we aim to do, is make a difference in this and hold people accountable. So I wanted to kind of put that out there and let you guys know where we stand on this. And that's what I've been up to, you know, putting these cameras up and starting to do this. But yeah, so you guys, you know, this is for a really good cause. Hit that like and subscribe and comment and pass it along, and let's keep up the hard work. And justice for Charlie is what I say, man. Justice for Charlie. All right, y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you.